I thought I'd try Jurassic Rebirth. It's not like it doesn't interest me. There's some. I think maybe it's all computer generated or something, or however they do it. I kind of find it not interesting. I can't help it. I'm not complaining. It's just I think what it is the style of filmmaking in these computers. I'll just stop it for a minute. Until you get copyright or something. But I think it's a style of computer filmmaking which I don't enjoy is where they all stand around in a circle explaining everything. And I think what it is it's not really the way you should operate movies. Excuse me, movies because and really it's not filmmaking anymore. Really, it's just computer product, isn't it? They're just programming something using people as props and there's no real acting involved. It's sort of more design work. So you're not getting a movie experience. I think they should put more effort into actually not using computers so much, using real film filmmaking techniques. You know, they should go back to some of the old school stuff of using light and shadow and stuff, not just showing everything. That computers are a display, you see, and a movie is not display. You don't just display everything. It's movies almost like concealing everything, letting the audience think for themselves. You know, so if there's no thought involved, there's no enjoyment. You're just sitting there staring. It's just your eyeballs sort of absorbing the image. So I think to enjoy a movie, you've got to engage your audience, and there's none of that anymore. There's no engagement. So maybe there's some psychological reason they do it so people don't feel like they're in the film. But if there's no enjoyment and we're spending money on it, what's the point of it? You know. Um, so I'm just wondering, is that because I'm not making movies? Should I make the movies I want to see? You know. Yeah, I don't know. Every scene so far has been people standing around explaining stuff to me through the screen. I don't want to talk to these characters. I don't want to be involved. I want to be just watching the action, you know, watching what's happening. And there's nothing happening. They're sort of showing everything, but nothing's happening. And I think that's what's missing from filmmaking is the action, because film is action. All films. Oh, excuse me, sorry. All films really are an action film in a way, because even dramas or love stories, the love is the action, the drama is the action. In an action movie, the violence or the conflict is the action. So movies are all action films, really. You know, lights, camera, action. You know, it's what they say when they start the filmmaking process. So that's what it is: lights, cameras, action. So they should work on those three concepts: lights, cameras, action, and work on using light in films. They're just showing generated light there, which is just blanketing. They're not using camera work. There's no panning. There's no showing and then revealing. There's no. It's just showing everything at once. So you're just sitting there staring at basically out to space. You know, you're staring out to the landscape, out to the horizon. There's no sort of you know, why don't they show the camera from within the hands there, wanting to grab that object, and then you know they could show from within his hands. And they're showing like a view from a baby looking on or something, like how a baby would feel seeing hands or something. And it's almost like maybe they're all pedophiles or something making these films now, and you know they're showing from baby view, like it's always the baby wants to see the whole thing. You know, not from an adult's perspective. This is an adult film, so they should show from an adult's perspective, looking from above. You know, like they're showing always from below, and everyone's looking down at them, like they want the little kids or something. So that's what's making me sick. I think feeling like I'm watching pedophiles making films, and yeah, it's just it's not a good feeling. You're paying good money for this, and the money's going towards pedophilia or something. So that's what's making me sick, and you can sort of see it on the faces of the characters. And so I spent $10. I've waited about 5 months for this film to come down to $10 so I could buy it. So I don't buy films over $10 anymore. Like it's not worth it. There should be $2 for a digital copy. I'm not getting any product in my home. There's no product being sent to me. Why should I spend more than $2? You know, it's just a bit of electricity. So, um, you know, I I wrote to Microsoft because they're closing down their app, and they haven't even responded to my conversation I had with this retarded fucking idiot who kept asking me the same stupid questions I just answered, and all I wanted was a copy of what I purchased on so I could put it in my shelf, you know. So I have a copy at home, and they haven't even responded. They haven't sent me anything, nothing. I've spent probably at least $15 to $30 on all their products, and I've got no product to keep at home. So you know, we just get digital copies we can't keep. So it's almost like not even barely renting. I mean, I bought the outright product. I don't get to keep it, and they're going to take probably the app off, and I'll lose all my products. So it's again thieving, robbery, and they'll pay for it. So they'll pay with their lives. So, and I'll still be sitting here waiting, wondering where my videos are going to turn up in the post. So eventually I'll just make a machine that will just make it all for me to keep in my home. And they probably think it's convenient just to download the film and forget about it, but I don't have disposable income, and I like my money to become something physical, because money is a physical object. It's something which physicalizes a product into your possession, and there's no product in my possession. I've paid full price, full retail, and I like that concept, to be honoured, because that's the way the world works. If you're just going to steal our money and then just give us this shit pedophilic crap to watch about nothing, and they just sit around explaining it to me instead of showing me an interesting, engaging film, well, why make it in the first place? Why not just shut down the stupid film industry? It's not a film industry anymore. It's just gloated pedophiles showing off how good they are at imitating life on a simulation, screen, digitised, and how good the image looks rather than what the hell the content's about. If I want to look at a good image, I just look out the window and see what nature's made. Not just look at this rubbish. What is it? What the hell is this film about? I don't even know yet. There's nothing even explaining what the film's about. It's just rebirth or some shit. And it was showing some dinosaurs driving along and talking rubbish. And if I want to talk to someone, I talk to a person. I'm going to talk to a person on screen. Listen to that shit. So just show the film. Don't explain it to us as sit around talking in a group, explaining rubbish. Make an actual film with lights, cameras, action. Use those three principles. Anyway, it's just because I want to enjoy films. I've got this whole cinema. I can't find a new film I actually like. They're all crap.